It would be very big back of me right now to make an entire breakfast, and the sun has not made light yet, but it is the next day. Baby and I have been on some big backery, okay? And we've got some messages to fucking get out. So let's see what goes on here, how stuff is going. Excuse me. It's the 13th day, okay? It's Sunday, the 13th day. The number 13 is very significant. It is the number of manifestation. It is the number of the veil, the number of endings, new beginnings. And as I say that, I just saw 111. So with every new beginning, there is an ending that is backed up with that. And in this energy, it's setting the timeline of karmic repayment and the obliteration of karmic cycles, okay? Which means that when you have understood the assignment of total accountability and self-acceptance and everything, and, you know, creating peace and, you know, accepting things for what they are, the cycles are done. You're done repeating things. You're done going through the same lessons. You're done giving grace. You're done forgiving. You're done just with all those things that refurbish and allow the release of repetitive devotion, okay? Like I said, the word release, I try to stay away from it because that means that you are going to rebrand a new contract off the same terms and conditions. And we banish and protect over here. So let's see what's going on here. This is fresh off of the buck moon, fresh into a Saturn retrograde, and kind of pre-shadowing for Mercury's retrograde, pre-shadowing for Chiron's retrograde. So yeah, lots of things taking place here. This feels like a present, okay? Like getting everything you need to get to make the perfect present so that you can wrap it up, put the bow on top, except for I feel like you could be the one opening the presents and getting the prize, okay? So that's very significant, all right? Let's see what's going on here up in this energy. It's been crazy work, okay? I myself have been kind of having like a moon hangover, and I got surprised today. I saw baby like literally moving a lot, and I know I can't describe it. Like I've been feeling moves, you know, but this was like different. Like something in my body has shifted to where my pelvis is a lot heavier, and today baby just kind of like gave me this big old gesture that completely, like, my heart sunk in. I'm like, ooh, like I was like, oh my God, like that was the first time I ever seen you do that in my stomach. Just makes me more and more excited okay? Because I don't know about nobody else. Like, there's a lot of cryptically pregnant women out there that are hiding because they're all scared as shit. And like me, I feel like that one that's like kind of coming out into the light, like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Like, everything is normal. Like, you enjoy your life, enjoy your pregnancy, enjoy your baby, enjoy your body, enjoy the journey. You know, like that type of thing. That's how I feel. So I just was like, wow. Truly graceful. But let's get up in here, okay? Oh man, all this water. Oh goodness. Yeah, huge on leaving behind the grief, okay? 88 is very significant, but let me show you this 88. A cycle is completely broken. Do you see this? Literally, like the 8, the infinity 8, but the cycle is broken. Heavy on leaving behind. Thank you, Spirit. Woo, heavy on leaving behind. This is like something that is hard to imagine, like very unfathomable, because it may have took a lot of work, a lot of emotional turmoil, a lot of mental ache, but well worth it, okay? And in this energy too, this feels a lot like doing it for yourself. Taking that empathy and finally pushing it into yourself, okay? As I see 7-11 on the timer here, this ending is backed by a new beginning. Okay. Exactly. A lot of things had to be left out in the code, and you could have been the one that felt left out in the code. But of course, the narrative always has to be flipped around because it's a paid actor, okay? Certain situations are just paid actors. It just has to happen. It just has to fill up the void, you know, kind of to create drama and, you know. So yeah. Your hard work. The number 100 could be significant. Forgiveness shall set you free. There's a rebirth and a new phase coming in here. This is like giving a new era. Hey, didn't I just say a new era, baby? You are in your evolution bag. Your self-love, self-care, self-awareness, okay? Period. New era, who this? Ooh, baby. New era, who this? Oh, did I mention that Neptune is in retrograde? I didn't say nothing about Neptune. Why not? I don't know. Probably because it was a paid actor. Okay, but yeah, new era, who this? So this is the part where you begin to understand why certain things about your life and your evolution had to take its time to run its course. Because I feel like there's this thing where you could have felt like you had to figure everything out at a certain deadline. but you just couldn't make it there, or you failed, I should say, you failed to make it to the deadline. But what Spirit wanted for you to take in was that you just needed to allow for yourself to grow through all the pain and the mystery and the, I don't know, I'm having like deja vu and like this weird little epiphany. There's like a lot going on up in this head space right now while I'm channeling, okay? Because it feels like some type of elderly advice or ancestral wisdom that you may have sat in but didn't believe. It was like this energy where you was like, yeah, I believe it when I see it, shit. Like, you know, I don't know if you can hear like gunshots in the back. A cause for celebration. Ooh. You were going through an awakening. A psychic awakening. Now, a psychic awakening is a lot different because it brings about the horror of all the things that you knew, but didn't know how. Like clairvoyance and claircognizance. Claircognizance is like you just know things, but you don't know how. You don't know why. You don't know what. Did I do something wrong? Or, you know, and I've said that before, like you could have had this reoccurring cycle of feeling like you did something wrong, okay? This is also Mars energy. Heaven's wrath. It is the psychic awakening. Heaven's wrath is the Christ consciousness. So you could be a humanitarian, whatever that looks like for you, doesn't matter. It's your focus, your career, your wealth, your language to the universe, okay? Your state of attraction, abundance, all right? You are a light worker, okay? 666 is very significant here, okay? 616, 611, 166 as well. It's crazy, Spirit. Why are you throwing all these numbers at me? Okay, there's something about hitting the lottery, the jackpot, honey, okay? Like, literally, like you could be in this energy of like receiving. And this time it's like, it's bigger than receiving wisdom or lessons or you know, assignments. You're like receiving alignment. You're receiving power, clarity, karmic justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, baby, eat that shit the fuck up. Okay, period. Eat that shit up. You had to go through betrayals and everything. You had to go through them in order to solidify and ground yourself, in order to learn what it truly meant to choose a different fate for yourself, what it truly meant to, you know, open your heart space, okay? Take your power back, open your heart space, you know, wow. You could be a little restless right now. It could be because you could have a lot of ideas spawning, a lot of creative ideas. So you could have like a creative spark, okay? And maybe too, this creative spark could be very lucrative. It could be very abundant, or it could just be this thing where certain parts of your creativity that you left dormant on purpose because you didn't see a use in them back then are coming back to spark now. And it's like this time, it's coming with the good shit, you know, like coming with goodies, okay? Because it could have been something where you were just like doing energy work, a lot of energy work, so that you can facilitate growth, so that you could tread lightly, so that you could really just lighten your load from the mental, emotional, and spiritual baggage from those cycles and everything, okay? Like, I feel like I'm talking about like the simulation. Your life seems to be running on a simulation where you were connected to the Earth's axis and you just had to spin around on the same orbit that just had to cycle through energetically, just because it was needed in order for, you know, kind of like the evolution, okay? So there's like this dynamic of like defeating narcissists. That's what you seemed to have been doing within these assignments, defeating narcissists, and really standing within your own integrity here. You know, none new, but staying true. You're true to this, not new to this, okay? These energy systems, so while you have evolved and kind of, you know, created freedom for yourself, now these energy systems, these people, these paid actors, they are in a place where they are becoming aware of their actions. And you are not the punching bag. You never were. If you did feel like the punching bag in some way, shape, or form, it was part of the cause. I know it sounds crazy because I'm getting chills down my body and stuff. But yeah, like if it seemed like there could have been a point where these people could have been accountable, or they could have apologized, or they could have changed their behavior, they really couldn't. And I know that sounds weird, but they couldn't. And it was because like energetically, emotionally, and spiritually, it was not time for that veil to open up for them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Cause you know, you really had to play this part of like being crucified, like humiliation, honey. All of that just to be in your truth. Child, all these queens is like coming out on the board. You may be a feminine leader for a particular path, like your life path, your life's calling. You may be a feminine figure in a particular calling. And I feel like it has something to do with why your path went the way that it did, with the paid actors and the rough road and the abusive relationships and because you were being prepared for this position. It's not to say that the entire time you were going through these things, you just weren't good enough, or you weren't aware, or you weren't qualified, but it was literally for you to hone in and own, to become the boss, the owner of the calling. Some people may want to tap out on this manipulation that they were trying to do over your energy systems. That's what I see here. A lot of people are surrendering the spiritual warfare even, okay? I'm seeing, there's 3 rows here, but I'm seeing the first 2 rows, it feels like surrenderance. A lot of these people don't want to have this resistance against you anymore. A lot of these people don't want to. This is the veil that's opening up. And that's on 2002, honey. The veil that's opening up. Now, something could be significant about 2020 vision, okay? Or 222, balance and equilibrium, okay? But going on a deeper route with that, the veil that opens up, it allows for energetic systems to create a base and structuralize how things are fated and how karma will operate, you know, for the paths that had been engraved, okay? So with this veil opening up here, it's like a lot of things that were just kind of done out of bullshit, you know, they don't want to do it no more. Because some of this actually was people trying to purposely create hardship, more hardship, put more weight on you. You know, yeah. So they don't want to no more. Okay? And I'm being drew to switch some of these out since I had said that, which is crazy work. Somebody could have been trying to instill their personal beliefs onto you in the midst of this because they wanted for it to be a mirror reflection. And there's a difference between a reflection and an evolution. A reflection does not allow for you to really maneuver about. A reflection kind of is like a reminder. And the reminder could be trauma-based. And then the evolution is kind of like that going against the grain dynamic here. So there could have been that manipulation that kind of was just put on you purposely was because a lot of people wanted just the reflection of not being challenged. You were made to challenge and question and break out of the box. And when people knew that, they hate to see you coming. A narcissist hates to see you coming. Somebody that does not want to be accountable, somebody that loves to be in delusion and not really allow for themselves to be, straightened out and corrected, they hate to see you coming. So what they would try to do is like mirror you, a karmic mirror. Thank you, Spirit. It's called a karmic mirror. The karmic mirror was so that you wouldn't move too far, so that you wouldn't surpass the level of expectation. And this is not the paid actor part. This is just the part where people truly feared what was deeply within you. And they only feared it because they know that they may have kind of showed their ass. Okay? Which was not part of your awakening. But they tried to make it out like it was. Because some people are like super obsessed with you. Like obsessed with your energy, obsessed with who you are, what it is that you exhibit, obsessed with why you are so devoted to self and, the divine and, being righteous. Why are you so devoted to that? What is that? Like, you think you're better than everybody, or you're a goody two shoe, or let me just show you that, you got issues too, but it was never about that. Like, these people just wanted to be able to kind of come in the middle of your connection to your higher calling, which is weird as fuck, but yeah. So there's a lot of hypocritical things going on, okay? And a lot of people just, you know, yeah. Let's just move on, Spirit, because yeah. All right. New journey, who this? Like I said, 7-11 is very significant here. 111, okay? You have taken control of you, your life, your journey, you've taken control over everything. Nobody has control over you. And I would say too, this is probably the part where you start to see progress within yourself, your life, whatever you working on, even like progress within feeling like an evolved version of yourself. Okay? This is interesting work. This is interesting work, honey. You've been working on your happiness. It's like the entire time you needed to learn how to open your heart so that you could keep the vision. What truly makes you happy? What truly is the foundation of this thing here? Okay. Not only have you taken control of yourself, but you've taken control over how these situations affected you. If they affected you, what impact they wanted to leave on you, okay? My nose is itching a lot here. If you are building something or thinking about building something, that's going to be the biggest part of you evolving, or that was the biggest part of you evolving. There's a swap back here. Your ancestors, somebody's child. Coming out of this Four of Pentacles chakra assault energy, okay? This chakra assaulting energy was about breaking you down and dismantling you, which is where a lot of these people want to kind of surrender now, because they were doing shit against you because they were thinking that you were fucked, because they did not understand what the fuck was going on. They were just trying to be manipulative, and a lot of them are being caught up for operating under a false light and trying to target you and what it is that you were truly doing and working on and evolving for and healing with. And because there's nothing like a bunch of non-believers playing in some shit that they're not even supposed to be playing in, and that's the problem right there. The higher up positions had the wrong people sitting in them, and people like you, Divine Collective, felt like you didn't have a spot, felt like you weren't qualified, felt like you were doing what everybody else was doing. Why you not getting the same or getting notarized or recognized? And it was literally because there needed to be a tear in the veil. You have created a tear in the veil. You could have even created your own tear because of this, okay? There's always some type of foundation being shooken up here, okay? But there's a swap back going on here, okay? This Four Pentacles chakra assault energy is being exchanged for happiness and ancestral wealth, okay? This is like the afterlife, okay? Baby, you've made it to the afterlife. That's on the Lovers. So you are truly unified within. You had been operating within the grace of duality. Leaning to one side, leaning back to the other side, learning your dials and controls, you know. And that's kind of what people tried to stick to when it came to you, which is really fucking sick and weird as hell. The obsession be real, okay? The obsession be fucking real. Literally. So that they could create, yeah, literally, like I said, trying to come in between you and your higher calling. And for some of you here too, this could have been something where whoever was being a karmic mirror, they wanted your love life to go to shit. They wanted the love that you have for yourself to be of shit because they struggle to accept themselves or to love themselves or to have the same confidence like you or to even be inspired. They wanted your love life to be misaligned. And when I say love life, I mean like not just about being with another person. I mean like being in your passion, loving yourself, connecting with others and networking, having friendships and meaningful connections, having a village, like that type of shit. They wanted all of that to be completely non-existent for you. Baby, these are two of the most ocean tides, honey. These are two of the most intuitive cards in the fucking deck. Okay? Ooh. Like I said, you could be kind of sleepless. You could be very sleepless right now. Again, with this psychic awakening, clairvoyance, and kind of being in the valley of shadows even. It wasn't because you were up under judgment because you did nothing wrong. It was just part of you accepting your connection with the divine. And that's on spirit. This was spiritually led. The spiritual initiation of owning and being the boss and taking charge and just existing as creation. The moon is not just about darkness, it's about illumination. The greatest fruits grow in the darkness. Things, things that happen overnight are things that had been well nurtured and hidden, because the day of light is the last point of illumination. The dark sees things first. Okay? So you had a lot of people kind of watching and narrating, standing in the background or standing in the way even, or, you know, just doing a lot of speculating amongst you and about you, because even if they thought they had something to kind of foretell or narrate about you, it still wasn't nothing. It was nothing at all. No, nothing. Oh, nothing. Just obsessive, jealous, and judgmental for something that is not your call. Oh, nothing. Just a boss, okay? Oh, nothing. Just a boss gaining their respect, being a leader, okay? This is Daddy Saturn. Just to let you know, okay? This is my Daddy Saturn card. Daddy Saturn. Trick Daddy Saturn at that. Because Saturn is a trickster. A lot of people don't know that. Saturn is a trickster. So anywho, so you had been learning how to take control, literally. Like if you knew that there was something big going on with you, you may have became obsessed with that, but then you were like, so what do I do with it? How big is it? How do I control it? Like, where is it going? Like, is it mine all the way? Like, what do I have to do? The answer is nothing at all. Just allow for everything to play its part and take its course. And that could have been the hardest part for you, especially being in this psychic awareness. But babes, you did the motherfucking dang on thing, okay? Literally worked your ass off, okay? It's a spell to nail you down and hold you back. It was so that you would always feel like you weren't doing enough, so that you would keep going back and keep working on stuff. Going back, keep working on stuff. Going back, keep working on stuff. I'm telling you, the 888, that 8. Okay? Yeah. Kind of to keep your head wandering off of the same stuff over and over again. Somebody even could have been thinking that they were beating you or outweighing you with something in the mundane. So like if you're doing something in the spirit realm, they're matching you in the mundane because they wanted to create some type of dynamic where that's what it was. But I feel like this was something where if this person did already have this opportunity, they fucked it up with you. And then they tried to catch on later and it wasn't even for them. Like they lost their spot. They lost their fucking spot. Because they were a part of this tower, this psychic awakening that you had. Okay? Possibly even true. They were a part of the tower. And then they did try to come back and make it out like they get it now. No, my guy, fly. Okay? Period, honey. Period. I'm fucking telling you. Clairvoyance, what happens behind the scenes appears in the dreams. Okay, so you had been kind of hoping, praying, and wishing that things would look up for you. Hoping, wishing, and praying that these delays and this shit just would stop lessening you, you know, like Now, why does this say overseas opportunities, but it don't look like it's any water? That's the trick. It was to leave you thirsty, honey. Because that's what the energy was, like, to literally trick you out of your position. But somebody over here got tricked out of their position with you because they literally had like a front row and even like a VIP pass with you and fucked it up. Fucked up the happiness, the unity, and everything. Fucked it up. Okay? 44 could be very significant, or 444. Now you could be creating happiness within your own structure. You are creating your own structure. You are creating happiness for yourself here. These people, they can't fathom that they are part of your past now. That's all. They can't fathom that. Give me that back. That shit back. They're part of your past now. Actually, give me a lot of these back, because they are part of your past now. Here's a warm new beginning, a passionate one that's going to be taking place really fast. And this person, you ain't really love this person. There's a little tension because of how much you love them. It's safe to love this person. So that person that got tricked out of their position with you, kind of like, that was a paid actor too. That was part of the scene. Because like, it's safe to love this new person. Like, it's really safe to love them. Y'all could be having a baby. You could be telling this person that you're pregnant or some shit. Something. You could be telling this person that you're pregnant by them. Or they could become aware that you're pregnant. The reason why I'm saying it like this is because there's something about this person going through like pregnancy empathy. Like, okay, pregnancy empathy. All the things that you had been going through, this person is starting to go through, okay? And it's because like you guys have a lifeline forming here, like a literal baby, like a literal fucking baby, okay? I feel like that's what this person wanted. You see this cup here? You see this fucking cup? That's what this person wanted with you. They want a family with you. Like, literally, they want a fucking family with you. 911 could be significant, or 119. This feels like, Archangel. Archangel Raphael. Maybe that's who had been assisting this person. Crazy how you have been in this caring connection with this person the entire time, but it probably didn't feel like it because of all these paid actors over here that just was fucking up the damn script, man. Like, for real. But it's totally safe to love this person. And that could have been something that you was trying to figure out for yourself, or trust yourself again, because these paid actors over here may have made you gaslight your own intuition. And that's why this moon and this high priestess card is out together, because something within you just had not been trusting for a while. You were in a valley of shadows because you felt like your intuition was wrong, or it was like a guilty intuition for that claircognizance of just knowing things and not being able to do nothing about it when it would happen, like that type of thing. And feeling like, well, these people have the chance to change. Why aren't they changing? The veil, you had been protected and just needed to let things play out. You had been waiting. You had been waiting for things to just play out, honey. Literally waiting and kind of just, you know, going along with the flow, trying to see, you know, here, there, the bigger picture, whatever, okay, kind of, you know, trying to come to your senses a bit, not really knowing, you know. There's something very significant about solar plexus expansion here. Confirmation. I'm telling you, following your heart. And I just say, oh, keeping your heart space open, opening your heart up, following your heart. So you are now following your heart. And this confirmation, Lord, this is the ending and the new beginning here. I'm telling you, on the earth angel, you are a literal earth angel. You had been learning how to recharge, reconnect, how to balance the tides, how to create equilibrium, how to literally, like, didn't I say, like, solar plexus expansion here with the sun back there? Didn't I say the sun is the last thing to see the creation of something? Because things are nurtured in the dark. Okay? So through your metamorphosis here, okay, something significant about a year in white, because this is a real spiritual initiation, like real spiritual initiation, honey. Don't, people be having shit fucked up. But, and you see here how when it's dark, it's the valley of shadows. Do you see back here how that same valley right there is lighting up here? Baby, don't play with it. Don't fucking play with it. So like I said, the number 13 is very significant. And what do we have behind here? The number 14. It's the alignment for me, baby. Okay. So there's going to be some fast changes, because I kid you the fuck not, this card done came out like 50 million times, but I just kept putting it back in the deck. Okay? The manifestation of total harmony and happiness is manifesting and coming in very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. You could be a seer here, okay? That's with the psychic awareness, okay? Your trusting your intuition again, because you are a seer. The seer's gift is very heavy to accept. So it was a spiritual initiation, because it's not just about being psychic, okay? The seer's initiation is a lot different, honey. It ain't gonna be your normal spiritual psychosis. The seer's initiation. The seer's initiation comes with a lot of weight. And this psychic awakening could have hit so hard. It could have hit so close to home. Like, it could have hit so bad to a point where you probably felt like your entire fucking existence shouldn't have even been a thing, okay? Because what the fuck? But the seer's initiation. You are a seer, which means you create your reality through your thoughts. And it's something, it ain't nothing to play with, okay? It's something crazy, all right? The seer's initiation here, okay? So the number 12, 13, 14, it feels like a matrix code, but it's like the unveiling. It's the unveiling. You see this? You have received the gift. That's the unwrapping of the present there. And going up, climbing up your ranking. We're gonna wrap this reading up because that's it. That's all, babes. We're gonna get some energy from the bottom of the deck. One, honey. I can't make it up. Voodoo Queen. You have the energy of Bastet. Okay? You cross and roam in between realms. The energy of Bastet. Very powerful source here. It allows for you to let your curiosity roam. And that's on 50-50. Okay? Bastet is the initiator of ancestral healing. So when you accept your seer's abilities, your calling, and your gifts, you accept the ancestral weight that turns into the ancestral wealth. I will see you guys later, and yeah.